Hello friends, Intuitive Rene here, bringing you your week ahead reading, and we are looking at the week of the 4th of September through to the 10th of September 2022. As you know, I do my readings, my week ahead readings from Sunday through to the following Saturday, and the reason for that is so that you've got time to prepare yourself for the typical work week. So the reading is released on a Sunday morning, 8 a.m. thereabouts, depending on if I sleep in. So 8 a.m. on a Sunday morning, we generally release the video so that you have plenty time to sort of, take it all in and prepare yourself for the week ahead. And then, finish it up on Saturday, and then we start again the following week. So we are September here in the Southern Hemisphere. This means that we are all talking spring, and we're talking, all the growth in the trees and the flowers and the little insects and so forth. So for that reason, I decided this week that I would go with my foresty kind of decks. So this is the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, which is such a beautiful, dreamy kind of fae-like deck. And then I am partnering it with the Forest Fae Oracle as well. So these are going to give us our individual readings for the week ahead. And for those of you who maybe have not been here before or have had a couple of weeks off from my channel and are returning again, we have changed the week ahead format. I used to have all sorts of variety for you, and now we're doing Zodiac readings. I'm testing it out just to see what you guys think. So I'm probably going to test it out for the whole month of September before I decide whether it's staying or whether we're going to revert back or change again. So please do comment and let me know. I love hearing from you, and let me know if you prefer the individual zodiacs or whether you preferred the variety readings that I used to do. I've got my word of the year oracle, which is staying. This is going to be like a staple for the week ahead. That gives us a theme for the collective. So it's a theme for the week ahead that everybody is impacted by or needs to work with, and then we will work with the tarot and the oracle for each sign of the zodiac. So I have created chapters. So basically that means that I have chaptered the reading. I don't know what the right words are. Chaptered the reading so that you can jump straight through to your sign of the zodiac, as opposed to having to watch all of them just to get to yours. I do start at Aries every time and work my way through in order from Aries all the way down through to Pisces. And as I said, they'll all be chaptered or time-stamped below so that you can navigate the reading as much as you want to. As I do each week as well, my motivated and activated channel members, so those of you who have clicked the join button down here, I will do a bonus reading for you as well, where we just take a little bit more insight into what you can expect for the week ahead. So that will be at the end of the reading, for those of you who qualify for that. And what else do I need to tell you? I think that is all. I am also going to, in this next week, be releasing a new series on my channel, which is where I do real life readings for real life people, obviously keeping their name private so that, they have a little bit of privacy, keeping them anonymous, but I will be doing the full life reading and releasing it as a video for each of you to watch, because I think everybody could learn so much by what other people are going through, the advice that's given, and also because I do have quite a lot of you who are tarot readers yourself that follow my channel, and I thought it might be quite nice to show you my process, so just as almost a learning tool to help you understand how to, different ways of working with the tarot. All right, friends, we're going to get into the reading, and like I say, I generally do this in one go. I'm not recording individual pieces and having to edit. I generally do these recordings as a solid piece. I don't repeat myself. What I mean by that is, like, if I'm not happy with a particular reading, it stays, okay? I don't edit it out and redo it. I don't do a take two. You get what you get the first time around, because I do like to be as authentic as possible. And I do believe that when I'm not in my head around what I'm saying, it's more intuitive and it's more, directly from spirit. And of course, that's what we all want. It's more about the spirit connection than anything else. So the only thing that I do edit is to put in the little logos in the top corner here when I do each of those, and that's just for those of you who are trying to jump ahead, just to help you recognize what reading we are doing. But that's all. Otherwise, it's recorded in one take, and you get what you get, and I hope it's going to be helpful and beneficial. So before we start with Aries, I'm going to move these out of the way, just off camera, because I want to do our theme for the week ahead. So as I said, this theme is for the collective. So it doesn't matter what your zodiac sign is, this theme is going to be relevant and applicable to each of you for the week ahead. So this is for every single one of us. And as I said, we're looking at the week of the 4th to the 10th of, the 4th to the 10th of September 2022. We're looking for a collective theme. We're going to take one card from the orange, one card from the green, and the two together will give us the theme for the week ahead. All right. Happy with that shuffle, seeing as they're wanting to jump. Cutting over there, and we have card number 1. Let's do the same now with the green. Giving it a shuffle, we're looking for a single card that will pair with the orange, that will give us our theme for the week ahead for the collective, for everybody, the week of the 4th to the 10th of September 2022. Okay. Let's see what we have. So card number 1, we have got more spirit. I like more spirit. so when I read more spirit, immediately what comes at me, it's about just having more understanding, more connection, more relationship with spirit. But it's also about doing everything that we do with more energy, with more spirit. It's about being more aware, more conscious, more active, more engaged, more connected to spirit. But it's also about realizing and acknowledging that we need to let spirit into our own lives every single day. So it's about being open to receive, but it's also about putting that energy into everything that we do. And if we do everything with more spirit, you know what? Spirit is happy, it's good, it's positive, it's uplifting, it's motivating, it's enthusiastic. I can carry on with all of those kind of good words, but more spirit, if we do everything with more spirit, we're doing everything with more gusto, with more passion, with more enthusiasm, which means we're going to have better outcomes, we're going to have better results, things are going to work out better, things are going to be seamless for us. But it's also about recognizing and acknowledging the spirit that is coming to us, the connection that we have with spirit, and what it is that we are attracting, drawing, and having access to in our lives. So we're going to find that, and it's quite interesting. I know we're only September, we're not in the month of October yet, but we are moving towards quite quickly to the Halloween period, which is where the veil between, our world and the next is so much thinner, which means, again, we have more spirit coming through. But this week in particular, I'm going to invite each one of you to be more mindful of the spirit in your life, the connections that you have to spirit, and just be more open to receiving the signs, the symbols, the synchronicities, the energies, etc. from spirit, but also to recognize that we must put more spirit into everything that we're doing, especially when you're tackling something which is scary, daunting, overwhelming, concerning, whatever it may be, fearful, etc. Whatever it is that you're doing, if you're having a conversation with somebody, do it with more spirit, do it with more energy, do it with more enthusiasm and more gusto. And I think if we all do that, we'll have really good outcomes for the week ahead. So as a theme for the week ahead, I think that is absolutely awesome. My camera doesn't want to focus if my hand is not on the table because there's not enough color yet. Unfortunately, the camera needs contrast of color in order to focus. So let's get started with the sign of Aries. Right, Aries, hello and welcome. Let's get into your week ahead reading and see what's in store for you. I have the tarot deck. I'm going to shuffle the tarot deck first, and then I will move on to shuffling the oracle, and we're going to see what the week ahead has in store for you, considering we have a collective theme of more spirit. So Aries, what's in store for you for the week ahead? I'm just going to do short shuffle. Not going to spend too much time shuffling cards. Cut the deck. So Aries, I'm actually going to do, I did 3 cards last week and the week before. This week I'm just doing 2 cards. Just 2 cards for us because I feel like 2 cards is enough. Actually, I want to put the put the deck off the table. Right, we have got the Forest Lord, which is card number 4, and we have got the Two of Spells. I'm going to leave them there, and I now am going to take from the Forest Fae, and I haven't even taken them out the box yet. Shows you how prepared and organized I am. So we're looking at Aries. We're looking for a single card from the Forest Fae to go together with our Forest Lord and our Two of Spells. Two of Spells. Spells is the suit of wands, by the way. Right, and I'm going to take that card. Let's have a look, Aries, and see what we've got here. We have got the spiny sister, and it says take pride in yourself. And that's what her message is, to take pride in yourself. So when I leave these 3 cards in front of us, all right, so one thing we have to understand is with the Forest Lord, we have got control, we've got dominance, we've got leadership, we've got the ability to manage and handle everything that's going on around you. So Aries, this is Spirit saying to you, understanding more, Spirit, but this is Spirit saying to you, it's time for you to step up to the plate. It's time for you to take responsibility for everything that's going on in your life. Don't wait for somebody else to come in and to take over. Don't wait for somebody else to navigate, handle, and manage. And I know, Aries, we don't like that, do we? We like to be in control. But this week, it's definitely one of understanding the control that you have over your entire kingdom. And that's why we've got the more Spirit. And recognizing that people are looking at you for guidance. People are looking at you for advice. People are waiting for you to give them insight and inspiration that they need in their lives. So it's time for you to step up to the plate. No more hiding in the background. Step forward and start speaking, expressing, helping, navigating, and assisting everybody in whatever it is that they are going through. Here we have, and I just absolutely adore, this deck that it brings through all these divination systems. So here we have a system of ohms, OGHMS, ohms, and ohms are a divination tool where we read the stripes. I don't know if you can see that each of the sticks have got a series of stripes on them. And we read those stripes, and each combination of stripes is a message, is a card, is a divinationary message. And it's about reading and interpreting. You can see we've got all the magic. And isn't it just so fabulous that the magic sort of has carried on over here with our spiny sister, telling you to take pride in yourself. What we have going on here, when we divine, okay, when we do a form of divination, we are basically seeking guidance. We are looking for answers. Now, the interesting thing here, Aries, is that he's turned to his tool of choice, being the ohms, to do the divination, to do the guidance. But what he's doing is he's asking questions. Now, he's managed to pick up 2 sticks. All right, so 2 ohms. He's got an ohm in each hand, and it's like, okay, which one am I going to go for? So he's looking at his options, he's looking at his choices, and that's exactly what's going on here. So Aries, for you this week, take pride in yourself. Be the leader, take pride in yourself, and make the decisions for yourself. Don't allow anybody else to step forward and to make decisions for you this week. This is about you being in control. This is about you recognizing that your energy, your spirit, and your enthusiasm is absolutely necessary and needed right now. And again, confirmation for you that you are the only one that matters in your life. I know that that's a very broad and almost horrible statement to make, but when it comes to choices, when it comes to decision making, you are the only one that matters. Nobody else's opinion is going to matter here. You have to do what's right for you. You have to own up to your own self and do whatever you need to do to make the decisions, and trust in your decisions. I'm also going to add in here, Aries, that this is Spirit saying to you, we've got your back. Okay, we've got your back. We're going to be helping you with this decision. We're going to be helping you with this choice. We're going to be helping you to figure out whatever it is you need to figure out. But you need to step up to the plate. You need to take pride in yourself. You need to step forward and recognize that you are capable, that you are the only one who can do this, and you've actually got this, and Spirit have got your back. So Aries, a good week for you. The only thing you need to be concerned about is making your own choices and making your own decisions, and not letting anybody else take that away from you. And if you can do that, you are absolutely going to have an amazing week ahead. Lots of love and blessings, Aries, from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care. Taurus, hello and welcome. Welcome to your week ahead reading. Taurus, we're looking at the week of the 4th of September through to about the 10th of September 2022. We have a collective theme for the week ahead of more spirit, which I'm interpreting as in you having access to more spirit, but also the fact that you need to do everything that you're doing. You need to do it with more spirit, with more energy, with more gusto. But let's see what the cards are going to come through and say. Card number 1 for you, Taurus, is the 7 of Boons, and card number 2 is the Child of Boons. I'm only taking the 2 tarot this week because I want to make space for the oracle, and I just feel like we don't need any more than that this week. Let's give the cards. This is the little oracle, which is the Forest Fae Oracle, and give it just a little shuffle, and I'm going to draw a single card. Away we fly. And it says, take the cloud roads, delight in your imagination. I love that. Absolutely love that. All right, so Taurus, let's have a look. We have got the 7 of Boons. Now, if we look at this card, we're obviously looking at a tree trunk that has all of these beautiful, gorgeous doors in it. Different shapes, different sizes, different colors, different, and each door takes you somewhere else. Each door opens a whole nother world for you. And then we've got the Child of Boons, and here we have this little fella who has arrived at a candy house. So what is that that childhood fantasy story? I can't think of it now. How can I forget? Hansel and Gretel. Okay, so we've got a whole Hansel and Gretel kind of situation that's taking place here. So he's arrived at the candy house. You can see he's reaching his hand out. He's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. The temptation is just getting too much. And that's exactly what this card's message is. This card is all about the temptation. But what we have here is the choices, okay? So it's quite interesting the way it's coming through. So Taurus, it looks like your week ahead is going to be one based on looking at, recognizing, and acknowledging the choices and the options that are available to you, and the temptation that you have in making the choice, in making the decisions, and the fact that there is this temptation that you may go for the wrong thing, or that you may be allowing your own, I want to say your own childlikeness, I'm making up words, to tempt you maybe in the wrong direction. And then when we look at the little oracle, it says, away we fly, take the cloud roads, delight in your imagination. So isn't it just so amazing how the cards all work together? And here we've got the whole Hansel and Gretel, now that I've remembered the name of the fairy tale, coming through, and here it's telling us to use our imagination and understanding that there's a whole new world, a whole different scenario available to you behind each one of these doors. And basically, you get to explore them all. And I say that this week because we have more spirit, because we have this keyword of more. So Taurus, this is Spirit saying to you for the week ahead, do not restrict or limit yourself to one thing. Do not follow the road most traveled. Do not stick with the familiar, with the comfortable, with the expected. It's definitely a week for you to climb out of your comfort zone, to give yourself permission to explore and experience the otherwise not allowed. Give yourself permission to explore and experience whatever life has to offer you. Take the cloud roads. Don't stick with the normal tar roads. You know, if you want to take the cloud roads, take the cloud roads. But it's definitely about you giving yourself permission to look behind each door, to explore all your options, to taste everything that's right in front of you, because you have a week of more spirit, a week of more. Spirit are encouraging you. Spirit are saying to you, you have our blessing, you have our permission. But understand that life is not simple black and white. You are playing in the colors. You are playing with all the textures, with all the colors, with all the opportunities. But you're going to find yourself making, facing, and having to navigate many choices and experiences this week, Taurus. And it may initially feel a little bit overwhelming. It may initially feel a little bit like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know what I should do, and what I can do, and what I shouldn't do, and, you know, all of those kind of energies and emotions. But in all honesty, allow your temptations and your creativity to flourish. Try something that you've never tried before. So when it comes to making choices and decisions this week, ask yourself, what haven't I done yet? What have I still yet to do? And do that. Okay, I'm encouraging you. Spirit are encouraging you. You've got spirit standing behind you saying, yes, 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 yes. Do the thing or do the things that you have not ever done but have always wanted to do. Climb out of your comfort zone and do that this week. And if you do that this week, I think you'll be actually quite surprised at the way that it pans out for you, the way that it works out for you, and what it is that you ultimately end up experiencing, having, and growing through. So Taurus, short, sweet, and to the point for you this week. Do the thing that you've never done, and let that be the right choice that you make this week. Lots of love and blessings to you. Take care of yourselves, Taurus. Gemini, hello and welcome. Welcome to your week ahead reading. So Gemini, we're looking at the week of the 4th to the 10th of September 2022. We have a collective theme, weekly theme of more spirit, which basically means that we have to do everything with more energy and more spirit, but it also means that we have to recognize how much more spirit we have in our lives this week. So it's almost like the way that I'm interpreting, it's almost like a double whammy of more available to us and us doing and experiencing more. So I'm shuffled the cards. Card number 1 for all our Gemini energies is suspension. And card number 2 is the Council of Animals. Oh, how very, very interesting. I am now going to do our little oracle deck. So Gemini, I'm just going to draw a single card from this oracle deck. A single card that will hopefully give us the little bit more information on our 2 tarots that we have for the week ahead for Gemini energy. Let's see what wants to come through. Okay, happy with that. Cut the deck. And we have the Spell Singer. Love that. And it says cast spells of wonder and delight. Let's move this over just to avoid the glares that may be coming through. Right, so Gemini, you've got 2 major arcana cards. So immediately what that tells us, regardless of what cards they are, but the message that immediately comes to us when we have 2 major arcana cards is telling you that this is going to be a big week, that this is not going to be a simple, easy, average kind of, just go with the flow kind of week. This is definitely going to be a week that is going to have some major significance to you. I'm also suddenly, as I'm looking at these cards in front of me, I'm seeing the correlation orange and orange, green and green. Suddenly just notice that. So we've got more of whatever this is, and we've got more of whatever that is added into that card. Okay, so that's just my brain that's picking that up. We've got the Spell Singer, which is telling you to cast spells of wonder and delight, and there you can see that she's holding a spell and she's ready to cast it. She's ready to sort of release it, and I love the fact that she's releasing it in this direction as well. So Gemini, we have got suspension. Suspension is, and what we've got here, and I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to see an insect who has been embalmed and trapped inside a piece of tree resin, a piece of amber tree resin, and that's what we've got going on here. So, and it is just the most amazing experience because they are so perfectly preserved, so perfectly kept, so perfectly held in the tree resin, and they stay like that for centuries and centuries and centuries. It's actually quite exquisite. And this is what we've got over here. We've got suspension. This is in traditional tarot, this card would be known as the Hanged Man, and the message that's coming through here for you, Gemini, is that this is not a week to be rushing into anything. This is not a week where you need to be doing, even though our theme is more spirit, but in your case, it's not about doing things with more energy. It's about allowing spirit more access to you, allowing spirit to be more prevalent in your life and in your situation this week. So you personally, you physically, you on a human scale, you need to be doing a little bit less this week. You need to be a little bit more mindful, a little bit less connected, if I can put it that way, and to just almost hold back on anything that you're wanting to do or anything that you're wanting to say. Allow the connection to spirit to develop within you first before you start doing or saying anything. And it's just like where we have the spell singer here. You know, you don't just make up a spell and release it. There's thought, there's intention, there's, you know, being mindful of what it is you're doing, how you're doing it, when you're doing it, who you're doing it for, and etc. before you actually do it. And in all honesty, Gemini, this is the week for you. Is I want you to pull back. I want you to be more mindful. I want you to have a stronger connection to spirit, okay? I want you to be more connected to spirit before you initiate, before you react, before you do anything. This is definitely a week for you to slow down, for you to be more aware, more mindful, and more cognitive of your reactions, your responses, and your actions. So suspension is basically telling you, slow down, possibly even come to a complete stop. Just become aware, just become mindful, and allow spirit to work through you before you initiate and react. Then the second major arcana card you have here is card 20, which is the Council of Animals. And in traditional tarot, this would be the Judgment card. And this is the card that says to you, everybody's looking at you, everybody's watching you, everybody's waiting to see what you do next in order to pass judgment. So there is this kind of situation of the all eyes are on you. Everybody's watching and observing. Everybody's waiting to see how you respond. Everybody's waiting to see how you react and the way that you handle things. And they will judge you based on that, and their actions, whatever they do next, however they do it next, will be determined by what it is that you do. Okay, so if you do nothing, they will do nothing. But if you jump in and do all sorts of stuff and say all sorts of things, then you're going to have the Council of Animals coming down quite hard on you. So we need to understand that, and when we talk about spells here, we're not talking about witchcraft, okay? What we're talking about here is intention. Because if you intend a certain thing, you're putting energy, you're putting more spirit into whatever it is you do. So if, like when I start these videos, I set the intention. So I cast the spell, I set the intention that these readings be appropriate, applicable for the week ahead for certain signs of the zodiac. So I have put more spirit into that. And that's what we mean here by casting a spell, but also by being more mindful of what it is you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing it, who you're doing it with, who you're doing it for. And Gemini, the truth of the matter is here, I really want to say to you, less is more this week. Be more mindful, be more in your head, be more connected to spirit. Listen to that little voice inside your head before you jump into action and before you do anything. You need to safeguard and protect yourself this week. And the way that you do it is by not doing more, but actually by doing less. So Gemini, definitely a big week for you. If you do come up against a challenge, if something does go awry and you find yourself in a predicament, stop. Immediately, as soon as you go, ooh, what happened? Stop, okay? Time out for yourself. Stop all activity, stop all action, stop all behaviors, and just be quiet. Connect to spirit. Do your prayers, do your mantras, do your meditations, do whatever it is that you need to do, but just go quiet. And in that process of connecting to spirit and being still, you will receive counsel. You will receive guidance. You will receive the answers. But if you immediately jump into action and try and rectify, try and fix, and try and mend, you will continue to make the situation worse. So Gemini, for you, less is more this week. And if you find yourself in trouble, stop all action, stop immediately, connect with spirit and listen to that inner voice of guidance. And if you do that, you will be absolutely okay. But do everything with intention. Set those spells, do everything with the right intentions. And the way that you determine if the intentions are right is by being still and listening to your inner voice of guidance. All right, Gemini, lots of love and blessings to you. I do hope you have an amazing week. Cancerians, hello and welcome. Welcome, Cancerians, to your week ahead reading with me, Intuitive Rene, in case you didn't know who I am. Right, Cancerians, I'm going to give the cards a little bit of a shuffle. We're looking at the week of the 4th to the 10th of September 2022. We're looking to see what's in store for all Cancerian energy. We do have a collective theme for the week ahead of more spirit. So we don't know if that is you being more open to spirit, or doing things with more spirit, or just allowing spirit to be more active and present in your life. The reading itself will give us that information. So Cancerians, card number 1 for you, we have got the Child of Challenges. Card number 2 that we have for you is the 7 of Challenges. Before I start with the reading, I just want to add in a little oracle. So let's just give it a little shuffle. Oh, I always shuffle these ones so badly. As little as they are, the shape is quite awkward. Okay. We're looking at Cancerian energy for the week of the 4th to the 10th of September 2022. Right, happy with that. Cutting the deck. And your card is To the Greenwood. And it says to you to seek comfort and acceptance and be kind to yourself. Oh, that is so interesting. Considering, okay, that we have 2 challenge cards here. So Cancerians, for those of you who may be interested, the suit of challenges in this deck in traditional tarot is the suit of swords. Okay, so you've got 2 swords cards, which tells me, Cancerians, that this is going to be a week where you are overthinking everything, good or bad. Okay, we're not specifying at this stage whether it's one or the other, but there's definitely a lot of thinking that's taking place for you this week. The fact that our oracle says To the Greenwood, and it says to you seek comfort and acceptance, be kind to yourself, tells me that this overthinking that's taking place here is you being extra super hard on yourself around your own circumstances. Now, let's bring our more spirit into it. So Cancerians, more spirit, it tells me that this week you have an opportunity to connect more with spirit. Okay, you have an opportunity this week when you're getting caught up in your mind, when you're getting caught up in all this thinking, you have an opportunity to be more connected and joined up with spirit. So if you find yourself being curious, if you find yourself being stressed, if you find yourself being anxious for this week, stop all activity and do what this little Child of Challenges has done. She's gone into nature. She's gone and found herself a quiet, safe, comfortable place, and she's just pondering. She's sitting and she's pondering, she's thinking, she's strategizing, she's spending time in her head trying to contemplate what she has done, what she is doing, what she will be doing, what she needs to be doing, and how it all needs to happen. So she is really pondering and thinking. Now, when we ponder, and we've all pondered in our lives, we've all pondered, circumstances and situations, but when we ponder, there is a natural tendency to just sort of shift off into the negative, into pondering all the problems, the challenges, the what could go wrong, the things that we need to be mindful of and careful of. But the truth of the matter is sometimes we need to ponder spirit. Sometimes we need to be pondering the bigger things of life, the bigger lessons, the bigger stories, the bigger situations. We have the 7 of Challenges here. Now, what we've got is these 3 very, very thrifty foxes. We have somebody's little wagon cabin. We have a little fire going on. And what's happened here is each of these foxes have picked up a treasure. Now, let's just have a look. We've got a musical instrument, we've got a teacup, and we have got a bag of whatever the bag contains. So the seven of challenges is basically telling you that sometimes we know what we want to do, sometimes we know what we need to do, but sometimes if we just spontaneously jump in and spontaneously get busy and spontaneously do the things, we often don't achieve everything that we wanted to or everything that we needed to, because obviously these foxes do not have hands. They cannot go in and grab a multitude of things. They can only put one thing at a time in their mouths. And the truth of the matter is they have left behind other treasures. There are other things that they've left behind. Yes, they are stealing. Yes, they are being crafty. Yes, they are doing what we would consider to be wrong, but in their world, in their reality, they're just doing what they need to be doing. They're just doing what it is that they do. They're being honest with themselves. So Cancerians, the fact that we've got more spirit, Sometimes in life you have to do things that maybe doesn't feel right for you. You're going to struggle with this week. You're going to find it being quite a challenge for you this week. And the way that you need to do it is by connecting more with spirit to fully understand and to fully comprehend the actions, the behaviors, the things that you need to do, while always seeking comfort and acceptance and being kind to yourself, because sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind. Sometimes you have to be honest and truthful with yourself around the things that you need to do in order to change a situation. But Cancerians, you've definitely got spirit working with you this week. You've definitely got spirit connecting with you and saying to you, lean on me. We're here for you. We will help you. We will guide you. We will assist you to take advantage of situations and to handle situations in the best way possible. But if you don't invite us in, if you don't connect with us, and if you don't allow us in, we can't help you. So to the greenwood, seek comfort and acceptance and be kind to yourself. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you are. Here we have the fox's tail again. It doesn't matter who and what you are. It doesn't matter who and what, what your life looks like. But it is about recognizing that sometimes in life we have to climb out of our comfort zones and do things that we don't particularly like. But if you are just taking the time to reflect, to think, to strategize, let spirit guide and assist you, you will be okay in all that you do. But you do need to be gentler and kinder to yourself. All right. Cancerians, lots of love and blessings to you. I do hope you have an amazing week ahead. Leo, welcome. Welcome to your week ahead reading. All right, Leo, let's get the cards shuffled. We are looking at the week of the 4th to the 10th of September 2022, Leo. Let's have a look and see what is the week ahead for you in particular. We do have a collective theme of more spirit this week. Leo, sorry, calling you Libra, Leo. So we have we have the collective theme of more spirit. So more spirit, we will see exactly what that means when we've laid out your cards, but it's either going to be that spirit is going to be more active in your life this week, or it is that you need to do everything with more spirit. Your first card we have is the 8 of Visions. And the second card that we have for you is the 7 of Boons. All right, putting the tarot away. Here is our little mini oracle. Let's give it a shuffle as well, Leo. Leo, let's have a look and see what oracle wants to come through for you for the week ahead. We're looking at a week of collective energy, of more spirit, but we're looking at specifically Leo energy for the 4th to the 10th of September 2022. Okay. The Wild God is the card that has come through for you, and its little key phrase says, go to the woods, to the moss, to the mud, to the magic. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay. Make sure that there's no glare happening here. All right, so Leo, 8 of Visions. Now, in traditional tarot, the suit of Visions is the suit of Cups. And what we've got over here is we've got a pathway, and it's a very clear pathway. And we have all these energies, all these people in different forms of transparency, if I can actually put it that way, who are moving around. Everybody's moving around and everybody's looking. So Leo, this is spirit saying to you that for the week ahead, you're going to find yourself seeking. You're going to find yourself exploring. You're going to find yourself wanting to venture off the path, off the beaten track, to explore, find, experience certain things, whether this be emotional, physical, mental, or spiritual within yourself. But this is definitely you seeking, definitely you feeling like you want to turn your back on your reality, turn your back on what has been normal for you for the longest time, and explore and seek alternatives. We also have the 7 of Boons connected to it, and Boons in traditional tarot is the suit of Pentacles. And the Seven of Moons is about choices and options that are available to you. So Leo, we have got more spirit, which means that you are going to be energized, which means that you are going to be feeling a lot more energetic around making decisions and changes in your life. But it also is a reflection that you're going to be stepping out of your comfort zone. You're going to have this desire, this urge, this need within you to step out of your comfort zone, to explore whatever it is that's different, to explore an alternate reality for yourself. And by doing so, by stepping off the path, by stepping off the beaten path, Leo, you're going to be finding yourself faced with many choices, many options. And if we look at this particular card, I mean, we've got all these beautiful doors. Each one is completely different. There are no two doors that are the same. They're different colors, they're different shapes, they're different ways of opening. Some are single door opens, some are double door opens. You know, there's a different variety. Some are locked, some have keyholes, some don't, some have handles. Actually, they all have handles. But that's a single open, single open, single open. I don't know what way that one opens. I think it's a single, double, double, and double. So everything is different, you know, and behind each door is a whole new reality, a whole new world for yourself. And you're at a point now saying, I want change. I'm looking for something different. I'm looking for more than. This card, let's just have a look at it. Let's just explore this one in a little bit more detail. I love how we've got the third eye sort of, you know, illuminated there, if I can call it illuminated. The wild god is telling you to go to the woods. Isn't that what they're doing? Isn't that what they're doing? Go to the woods, to the moss, to the mud, and to the magic. So the message that I am getting from the wild god in that little comment is telling you to go back to nature, to go back to your basics, go back to your roots, go back to the things that matter most to you, go back to the things, the way the things used to be. It's like I want you to go back to foundations, go back to, as she says, go back to the moss, the mud, and the magic. The fact that we've got more spirit is telling you to do it with more gusto, to recognize that Spirit are orchestrating this particular situation that you're going to find yourself in this week, Leo. Spirit are orchestrating to make you feel uncomfortable on your current journey so that you start exploring alternates, because exploring alternates is necessary. Exploring alternates is exactly what you need, but you need to open each one of these doors first to see what's behind it before you choose, before you make your decision. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling concerned, if you're feeling like it's all just a little bit too much, lean on spirit, okay? Call spirit in, call your angels, call your guides, call your ancestors, call your family. Call them in and say, hey, help me. I don't know how to get back to my roots. I don't know how to get back to where I need to be. Help me make the right choices and the right decisions to get me back to where I am. Because maybe you have already veered off the path. Maybe you have already, you know, walked off the path that you need to be on. And maybe this is you needing to come back to the path. Whichever way it is, Leo, just understand that this week we are going to have some decisions to make, some choices to make. Lean on spirit. Let spirit help you to make the right choices and the right decisions. But if you are confused, if you are uncertain, it's about going back to your roots. It's about going back to the things that matter most. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to focus on. And if you can do that this week, I think you're going to come out of it feeling great. But staying as you are, staying, you know, not making any changes would be the mistake for you this week. This is definitely a week to push those boundaries and to explore alternate realities, alternate options, and alternate lives for yourself. All right. Very exciting, Leo. Very exciting indeed. And yeah, have fun with it. Sending you so much love and blessings, Leo. Have an awesome week ahead. Welcome, Virgo. Welcome to your week ahead reading. Let's shuffle the cards and see what the week ahead has in store for you, Virgo. So, Virgo, we're looking at the week of the 4th to the 10th of September 2022. We're looking at collective Virgo energy right now. We do have a collective theme for everybody of more spirit for the week ahead, Virgo. So that means everybody is going to be impacted, affected, or influenced by more spirit in one way, shape, form, or another. And we'll see how that impacts your life now once we have shuffled and laid out your cards. Okay, I'm happy with that shuffle, Virgo. Let's give the cards a cut. Card number 1, Virgo, for you, we have the Three of Visions, my favorite. Card number 2 is the Seeker of Spells. And let's take from the Oracle as well, Virgo, and see what message comes through from the Oracle. Giving the cards a nice shuffle. Looking for a single card to pair with the cards we already have for all Virgo energy for the week of the 4th to the 10th of September. Cards are cut. Cards are drawn, and we have the beautiful Green Witch. Let me just show you if I can pick it up. Little comment across the top. Oh, it's a bit dark, but it says connect to the spirits and energy of your local landscape. Seek enchantment. Oh, I like that. I like that. All right, so Virgo, let's have a look and see what we've got coming through. We have a collective theme for the week of more spirit. When I look at these two cards for you, Virgo, when I look at the Three of Visions and the Seeker of Spells, it's definitely saying that celebration, okay? It's saying we need to celebrate, we need to acknowledge, we need to recognize who we are, what we've done. The fact that we have this Green Witch over here who is telling you to connect to the spirits and energies of your local landscape. So I do think we need to plan, we need to orchestrate, we need to have some kind of gathering, some kind of celebration, some kind of togetherness, Virgo, for the week ahead. And we need to make sure that the energy is flowing, the connection, the laughter, the happiness, the joy is flowing. Now, I want to just look at this Seeker of Spells. So here she is, she's an explorer, okay, and she has been exploring in the middle of the night. She has a tiny torch with her with a bit of a flame on the end that she's used to guide her, that she's used to illuminate the road in front of her. But you can see that she's come through a very overgrown period. So what this is basically saying to you, Virgo, is that you've come out of a very long, hard, difficult journey. And where you're at now, it's like you finally found an enclosure. You finally found an opening. You finally found a little bit of tranquility, a little bit of peace. And in this space that you found, you have found a very rare thing. And this rare flower that we have found is one that only blossoms or only blooms for like an hour or two once a year or once every couple of years. And she just happens to stumble across it. This is exactly what she's been looking for. This is exactly the point of her exercise, of what she's doing. We have celebration here. We've got the three bears that have come together to celebrate. The three bears that are you can see by the body language that they are dancing, they are laughing, and they are having just the best time. So whatever it is that you've been working on for the longest time, Virgo, whatever it is that you've been struggling with for the longest time, you're going to find success this week. You're going to find you've either reached a milestone, or you've reached the goal, or you've reached the end of it, but there's definitely accomplishment, attainment, reasons to celebrate and joy this week. I do think you need to trust your own intuition, because it's your own intuition that's going to take you to that place. But I also think this is Spirit saying to you, be more celebratory. Celebrate your successes, even if the small ones, even if it is just one step. You know, if we put more celebration and more energy into everything that we do, it will boost you. It'll boost your momentum. It'll boost your enthusiasm and excitement to achieve, accomplish, and succeed in all the things that you need to. Going back to our Green Witch, she says, again, connect to the spirits and the energies of your local landscapes. What are your local landscapes? So from a physical point of view, we're talking about your local parks. We're talking about your local, safe gathering places that we have with friends and family, communities, etc. But I also think landscapes could be a figurative term for the things, the experiences, the opportunities that are right within your viewpoint. Okay, so to me, on a figurative point of view, landscapes is that all that is around you, all that is near you, all that is close by, whether those be people, circumstances, or situations. And she's telling you to seek enchantment. Spirit is saying to you to seek enchantment. We seek enchantment by looking for the impossible, by seeking the impossible, by believing that you will find the impossible, and by celebrating every step that you take on that journey of seeking the virtually impossible. I'm now changing it to virtually impossible. Celebrate every single step that you take. Acknowledge every goalpost, every milestone, every step that you go, so that it keeps the momentum going, keeps the excitement going, keeps the spirit levels going, so that you will achieve and accomplish everything that you need to. So be very mindful, be very aware of your local landscapes. And again, I'm making them figurative. Be very mindful, be very aware, Virgo, of your local landscapes. Recognize that you are so close to finding the treasure that you're looking for. You're so close to finding, reaching, achieving, and attaining the goals that you've set for yourself. But don't wait until you've done it before you celebrate. I think the fact that the celebration has come before the goal, before the achievement, before the accomplishment, I do think this is telling you that you need to. I've just noticed in this card, whenever I'm doing these readings, I'm looking at the computer screen in front of me and not really looking down at the cards. And I've just looked down at the cards and spotted, I don't know if the camera's going to focus. Can we see the little fox in the background? So what is that telling you? The little fox is telling you that even though you're succeeding, and even though you're doing well, somebody's watching you. Somebody's possibly even following you. Somebody's possibly even waiting for you to turn around so that they can steal the thunder from you. So you need to, and I think that's why the Green Witch is telling you to be aware of your landscape, to be aware of everybody that's around you. Celebrate, yes, celebrate early. And I know people say you don't want to celebrate early, but you need to celebrate early to make noise beforehand so that everybody knows that you're working towards that goal. So if somebody comes to try and steal it from you, everybody already knows that it's yours, that you found it, that you succeeded, you achieved it. So be more vocal, be more spiritual, be more spirit this week in the steps that you take towards achieving your goals. All right, Virgo, you got it. You know what you need to do this week. Lots of love and blessings, Virgo. Take care of yourselves and have an awesome week ahead. Libra, hello and welcome. Welcome to your week ahead reading. We are looking at the week of the 4th to the 10th of September 2022. If Rene can shuffle cards. All right, Libra, let's have a look and see what comes through for you for the week ahead. We have a collective theme of more spirit for the week ahead, which has been very interesting to see the different ways and different interpretations that more spirit is bringing into each of the readings so far. So Libra, we're looking at the week ahead for you. We're looking at the week of the 4th to the 10th of September 2022. Let's cut the deck. Libra, card number 1 for you, we have got the Ace of Boons. I love him. Isn't he cute? And we have 8 of Boons, right? So we've got 2 boon cards. 2 boon cards. I want to now shuffle from the Oracle, and then I will talk about the cards and the message for all Libra energy for the week ahead. Okay, going to draw from the Oracle, looking for a single card for Libra energy, please, Spirit. Okay, happy with that. Cutting and grabbing. We have the Gatekeeper. Oh, very interesting. Right, I have made a mess. Let's tidy up. Right, so Libra, we have got the Ace of Boons, we've got the 8 of Boons, and we have got the Gatekeeper. The Gatekeeper's little key phrase tells you to let go. All things are possible on the borderlands, all right? We have got 2 cards from the same suit, which means we pay attention, which means that they add something else to the reading besides for just the obvious. The suit of Boons in traditional tarot is the suit of Pentacles. So this is telling us that your week ahead, Libra, is going to be very tangible. Your week ahead is going to be very much based on working on the physical stuff. in your life. The gatekeeper is telling you to let go. All things are possible, okay? So it's telling you whatever it is that you're dealing with on a physical level, try not restrict and control it too much. Almost like let it go, let it flow. Let spirit assist you. Let spirit help you in whatever it is that you're dealing with. Okay, now let's look at them individually. So Libra, the first card we have is the Ace of Wands. And here we have this beautiful frog. And he almost looks like he's coming out of the mud. He's coming out of the waters. And he's holding a huge, big, beautiful ring. And it looks like it's a citrine crystal ring, okay? And that ring is just glowing. That ring is just full of energy. And it's about the new experiences. It's about the new finds. It's about the new opportunities. And I do think, Libra, this is Spirit saying to you to be very aware of the new opportunities that can come your way this week. New opportunities that will be, coming to you that you need to grab. Don't overthink it. Don't question. Don't worry about who, what, when, and how. If you see an opportunity and it excites you and it feels good, grab it. Grab it with more spirit. Grab it with gusto. Grab it with enthusiasm. Grab it with intention. Okay, Libra? There are going to be opportunities for you this week. Brand new opportunities. Where they come from, we don't have to question that. Maybe we need to trust that spirit is sending this to us. Maybe we need to trust that these opportunities that we're now witnessing, that we're now aware of, that we're now mindful of, are gifts from spirit. But whatever it is, be like our little frog and just smile and say thank you. Okay, just smile and say thank you. Let go of the attachment to it. Let go of the understanding of where it came from and who sent it, and is it yours, is it not yours. If an opportunity presents itself and it excites you and it feels good, go for it. We then have our Eight of Wands. Now here we have this lady, and she is, shame, bless her soul, she is weaving. She is creating balls of yarn so that she can knit or crochet or do whatever she needs to do to make fabric for her people, for her community, for her family, children, whoever it may be. So she is weaving, and she is so focused and she is so energetic in what she's doing that she's not even really aware of what's happening around her. Here we have a little bird in a nest. I'm not quite sure what the little birdie's doing, but she's not even aware. And here next to her, you can see is all the yarn that she's already put together, that she's already strung into yarn up in the tree. And she's just so focused on doing whatever she's doing. But I can tell you that she does it energetically, with enthusiasm, with passion, with gusto, with all of those kind of things. So what we have, Libra, for you guys for this week is that there are going to be new opportunities, and this is tangible opportunities. This is not an opportunity for an idea. This is like a physical, tangible. You need to be focused. You need to keep on working at it until you perfect the skill, until you perfect what it is that you need to do. So grab the opportunity, run with it, but keep trying, keep going until you have mastered the technique. Do everything with enthusiasm. Do everything with all of those kind of positive words, and recognize what the gatekeeper is telling you, to let go. All things are possible. So just because it's something that you've never done before doesn't mean you don't give it a try, because spirit is saying to you, we're working with you. We're sending opportunity. We're sending situation. We're sending circumstance your way. We are giving you the opportunity to experience more. So grab it, run with it, take it, accept it, work with it, learn it. Because that's what this next week is all about for each one of you, Libra. So grab the opportunity, learn the skill, master the skill, practice the skill, do whatever you need to do. Don't overthink it. Don't think like, where did it come from and why and what for and how come and how much. Don't worry about that, all right? Don't worry about that. All things are possible on the borderlands. The borderlands is where you are. It's your physical space. It's your home ground. But understand that spirit are working with you, helping you, guiding you, and bringing these opportunities to you. All right, Libra, I hope this makes sense, and I hope you have an amazing week ahead with lots of love and blessings. Scorpio, hello and welcome. Welcome to your week ahead reading. So Scorpio, we're looking at the week of the 4th to the 10th of September, 2022. We're looking at all Scorpio energies. We do have a collective theme of more spirit, as you can see over there is our collective theme of more spirit. But let's see what wants to come through for all Scorpio energies for the week ahead. Just giving the cards a very short shuffle. The week of the 4th to the 10th of September for all Scorpio energies. Let's see what comes through. Card number 1 that we have for you guys is the Ace of Challenges. Love the colors. And we have the Weaver of Visions. Very nice, Scorpio. I love how contradictory these two are. We've got birds and we've got, I nearly called her a dolphin. She's not a dolphin. She is a merlady, a mermaid. Let's just shuffle from the oracle as well before I really get myself confused. So Scorpio, let's see, week ahead from the oracle. We're looking at the 4th to the 10th of September. We're looking at a collective theme of more spirit for everybody. So what's in store for you, Scorpio? What do you need to know for the week ahead? Okay. The Centennial. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Centennial. I don't know. That's how I'm pronouncing it. And it says new opportunities shall manifest in unexpected ways. So I have to giggle. You know what? Because Spirit are clearly working very loudly through me today. Here we have, and I noticed the white bird, okay? Then I noticed the dolphin merlady. And both of them are, you know, outside of their comfort zones, outside of their range of normal. I mean, here we have a bird that is holding an arrow that looks like it's about to throw the arrow or whatever it may be. And here we have a merlady who is just so beautiful and just so ethereal. And now we have this animal, which seems to be human, cat, angel, bird. I don't know. Okay. So we've got I'm going to call it a combination of entities. And the fact that we have a week of more spirit is also indicating that this is very, very interesting. So Scorpio, for each one of you, we have got the Ace of Challenges. The Ace of Challenges is basically saying to you, be very mindful of any new ideas that come through for you this week. Spirit are going to be planting and placing these new ideas in your mind this week. And these new ideas are not just, I mean, I know Scorpio, you guys are always full of ideas. You're always coming up with new ways of doing things and things like that. But this is really pay attention to it this week, okay? Remembering new opportunities shall manifest in unexpected ways. So the new ideas that come through to you are definitely being planted, placed by spirit, and that's why you need to pay attention. So I'm actually going to make a suggestion here, Scorpio, that for the week ahead, keep a little piece of paper with you, a little notebook, a little something, type it into your phone, whatever it may be. But anytime you have an idea that, and don't analyze the idea first, don't ponder it and think about it first. As soon as the idea comes through, write it down somewhere, record it somewhere, voice note it to yourself, put it into the voice recorder on your phone, type it in an email to yourself, do whatever you have to do to record the info. Then carry on with your day. And then at a later stage, in the same day or the next day or whenever it is suitable to you, actually go through this list and start really, truly looking at the ideas that have come to you, okay, from spirit, because there's definitely going to be an idea that you need to take action on. That's why this particular bird is holding this arrow, because it's like once you've found your target, once you've set your sights on a target, act on it, go for it, okay? So that's definitely what's coming through loud and clear here for you, Scorpio. Then, our Weaver of Visions. So Weaver of Visions is the Queen of Cups. And I just think this is just so wonderful for you, because she is just so kind, so generous, so thoughtful, so considerate, so caring, so loving, so supportive, you know, of everybody in her realm, of everybody in her space. And I'm wondering if this idea, the strategy, this whatever it is that Spirit's going to give you this week, Scorpio, if it's not something that's going to help you take better care of the people that matter to you. I also think our our Weaver of Visions, or our Queen of Cups, she's also incredibly intuitive, which is about having a stronger connection to spirit. So it's like you're getting so many confirmations that are coming through here, Scorpio, for you. And it's basically, again, it's spirit saying to you, don't discount anything. Any ideas that you have, any thoughts that you have, anything that comes through to you, don't discount it, don't throw it away, don't pretend like it's not important or significant, because it absolutely is. Everything is. And Spirit are placing these ideas. You've got to start listening to your intuition. You've got to start trusting your ability to manifest and to take care of the people in your life. These ideas that are coming through this week are absolutely relative, important, significant, and helpful. Back to our oracle here, new opportunities shall manifest in unexpected ways. And bringing that back into our weaver of visions, it's basically saying to you, you will connect the dots between all these ideas. So, if you have 10 ideas a day, and I know that might sound like a lot, but actually I think as human beings, we generally have a lot more than 10 new ideas in a day. But when you start recording and noticing them, when you start putting them down on paper, Scorpio, you're going to then find yourself connecting the dots, weaving the dots, okay? Weaving the dots, that's why she's the weaver of visions, connecting the dots, weaving the dots together to help you identify which are the ideas and the strategies that Spirit actually wants you to adhere to follow, and to work with. But it seems like a really good week for you to make some of these kind of adjustments and changes in your life that will bring you more happiness and joy. So I do hope you have an amazing week. Lots of love and blessings, Scorpio. Take care of yourselves. Hello and welcome, Sagittarius. Welcome to your week ahead reading. While I shuffle the cards, we are looking at the week of the 4th to the 10th of September 2022. We're looking at Sagittarius energy for the week ahead. We do have collective energy of more spirit. So that is our collective theme for the week ahead. And we're going to see how that's going to impact on the reading for all Sagittarius energy for the week ahead. Right, so I've given the cards a little shuffle. Let's cut the deck. Sagittarius card number 1 that we have for you is the 7 of Challenges. And card number 2 is the gorgeous Keeper of Challenges. So we've got the 2 cards from the same suit. I want to just take from the oracle before I say anything further. We're looking for the oracle, a single card that's going to contribute and add to the message for all Sagittarius energy 4th to the 10th of September 2022 under the overall theme of more spirit. Okay. Cutting the deck. And you've got the Soothsayer. Soothsayer, and it says, travel the road seldom taken. I love, love, love that. All right, so Sag, looking at the fact that we have 2 cards from the same suit, and it is the suit of Challenges. In traditional tarot, that would be the suit of Swords. So immediately that's telling you that you're going to be all up in your head this week, okay? You're going to be thinking, analyze, pondering, worrying, stressing, all of those kind of stuff that happens up in our heads is what's going to be happening. The fact that we've got the Soothsayer here is telling you, okay, so we recognize and we acknowledge what you're going through. But in order to work through whatever it is that's in your mind, the best way to handle it is to travel the road seldom taken. So if you are not really the kind of person to ask for advice or to ask for input from a family member or a friend or a colleague, maybe that's the road seldom taken, and maybe that's what you need to be doing. If, on the other hand, you are the kind of person who's always asking advice and guidance from other people, then the road seldom taken would be the one of pondering and connecting. Now, I want to bring all of this into more spirit, because more spirit is basically saying to you, handle your troubles, problems, and your concerns over to spirit. Spirit are going to be more active with all of us this week, and the way that we tackle things, we need to tackle it with more spirit. We need to be more enthusiastic. We need to be more connected to all that we're doing, all that we are for the week ahead. So Sagittarius, we've got the 7 of Challenges here. Now, what we have, just to look at the artwork for a second, we have got somebody's wagon or somebody's little home base. You can see there's a light on inside, so somebody is present. Here we have their fire, where they've obviously cooked their supper and kept themselves warm, and they've been quite comfortable in their environment, that they've left certain things out. And here we have these 3 foxes that have arrived, and these foxes have arrived in the middle of the night when we've retreated into our cabin and feeling quite safe and secure, and they've helped themselves to our stuff. Okay, so this fox is holding a concertina, one of those concertina music machines. This one's got a teacup in his mouth, and this one's got a green pouch of whatever. We don't know quite what's in the pouch, but the pouch contains something. And each fox has grabbed an item and is now leaving our campsite, taking our goods with them. So there's a couple of things that sort of jump out at me here. First of all, the fact that they're stealing. Okay, let's just go there for a second. They're taking what doesn't belong to them. Number two is that they don't actually value and appreciate what they've taken. They've just seen stuff and they've just taken stuff. There's no thought, there's no planning, there's no strategy behind what they've done. They've only been able to take the things which they could grab in their mouths. Okay, so again, their strategy is a bit failing. The person in the cabin has also failed by leaving their stuff out. You know, it's almost like you're being silly. By leaving it out, you're inviting, crafty foxes to come and help themselves to your stuff. So Seven of Challenges is about, and I mean, these foxes, I promise you, they didn't think and say, oh, let's wait until they go to sleep. Let's wait, and then let's go and steal the green thing, the cup, and the red thing. That is absolutely not. The foxes happened to be passing by. It happened to be a coincidence, all right? That they happened to be passing by. They happened to see the stuff. They happened to grab it and they happened to go. And they're just hoping that what they've taken is actually going to be of use to them at a later stage. Little do they know, what does a fox want with a cup of tea? An empty cup of tea, mind you. So, so the Seven of Challenges, to me, it's about taking opportunities, but it's also a reminder or / warning that if we don't think it through, if we don't take a minute to actually be mindful about what it is we're doing, we may actually end up wasting our energy, wasting our time, and wasting our thoughts. Spirits are going to be connecting with you this week, saying to you, there are going to be opportunities that will present themselves to you at a moment's notice. But instead of just rushing in like you would normally do, Spirit is saying to you, Sagittarius, stop and pay attention for a minute. And that's why we've got the Keeper of Challenges here. Because the Keeper of Challenges, he's pondering, he's thinking, he's strategizing. He's the one who is all up in his head. He's the one who's saying, I'm not going to be rushed. You're not going to rush me. Let me think. Go away. Let me think. Let me strategize. Let me ponder this situation. The Soothsayer, again's message is travel the road seldom taken. So you need to ask yourself, are you the person who is living in the cabin? The wagon, I should say, who is being silly and leaving things out for other people to take advantage of? Or are you the fox who happens to come across the campsite and who now has the opportunity to take advantage, but needs to think about it before they actually do it? Which are you? All right. I am going to say to you, Sagittarius, that this week there are going to be these split second decisions that you need to make. Take an extra second, okay? Do not sleep on it. Do not take a week. Do not take a month. Do not think, well, let me write out a pros and cons list. Just, it's a split second decision, but take one more second to think about it, to ask yourself, is taking this green pouch actually going to be worth my while? Is doing whatever actually going to be worth my while? You don't need to overthink it, but at the same time, you do need to give it a little bit more thought. But you also need to, and this is what I'm going to bring into it for you, Sagittarius, is that you need to climb outside of your comfort zone, because that's what our Soothsayer is telling you. Climb outside of your comfort zone, travel the road seldom taken, but also to trust that little voice inside you. Because maybe this fox in front that's taken the green pouch maybe trusted their intuition and knows that there's something really fabulous inside the green pouch. These two are just following suit because they follow suit, all right? But this is the fox. Maybe this is who you are. Are you the fox that follows suit, or are you the leader who says, I know that there's something fabulous in here, and that's why I'm taking it? So I'm saying to you, Sagittarius, trust your intuition. Take an extra second to strategize and to think. Not more than that. Decide whether what you're doing, whether it's worth it, whether it's worthwhile, whether it's something that you should be doing. Don't just do it for the sake of doing it, but also when it comes to making decisions, make sure that you are always traveling the road seldom taken. All right. So Sagittarius, looks like you're in for a very interesting week. I cannot wait to hear how it all plays out for you. Lots of love and blessings from my heart to yours. Have an awesome week. Capricorn, hello and welcome. Welcome to your week ahead reading. So Capricorn, we are looking at the week of the 4th to the 10th of September 2022. That's our time period that we're looking at. We also have a collective theme for the week ahead, Capricorn, of more spirit. The cards that we draw will help us to understand more spirit more clearly. So I have given the cards just a little bit of a shuffle. Not doing too much shuffling. Let's cut the deck. Capricorn, card number 1 for you. We have got the 3 of Boons. And card number 2 for you is the 8 of Spells. All those beautiful owls. I have an oracle deck as well, a little teeny tiny oracle deck. Let's give it a shuffle as well, Capricorn. We're looking for a single card from the oracle that will contribute to the cards already on the table. Capricorn, we're looking at the week of the 4th to the 10th of September 2022 for the collective theme of more spirit. All right, cut the deck. And you have got the witch hair. Oh, everything's gone so dark. Why has it gone so dark? Maybe, oh, there we go. No, it wants my hands in. I don't know what my camera's doing. Bear with us. I'm going to keep my hands in and hopefully it sorts it out. So we have got the witch hair, and it says, cross the threshold, leap the hedge, and go over the wall. You know, I love that. So when we see hair and we look at her ears, and she's definitely rabbit hair, okay, that's what that is, and they are about jumping and leaping and, you know, taking on challenges and just doing whatever feels right. But it is also, they're not afraid to cross the threshold. They're not afraid to take that leap of faith. They're not afraid to go over the wall and to do whatever it is that they want to. And this is clearly something that you need to be mindful of this week. I don't know what's with the color. You know, Capricorn, I have done from Aries all the way down to you, and the color's been fine. I come to Capricorn and now the color's broken. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to see if I can adjust settings quickly. Gosh, I hope that's a bit better. I don't know what happened, Capricorn. That is the weirdest thing. All right. So I am going to include that in our reading for you this week, because obviously, I don't want to say the darkness coming in, but the fact that some things are in shadow and now out of focus. I don't understand. All right. Anyway, Capricorn, let's have a look and see what you have going for the week ahead. So we've got the witch hair, which is about crossing the threshold, which is about leaping over the hedge and going over the wall by taking those chances, to taking those risks, to trusting yourself, to recognizing that, you know, if you jump over the hedge, you don't know what's on the other side, but whatever it is, you'll be able to manifest, handle it, navigate it, and be okay with it. We do have a collective theme, Capricorn, of more spirit. And I think the message that's coming through from more spirit for you is recognizing how active spirit are going to be in your life this week. Looking at the 2 tarot cards that we have, we've got the 3 of Boons, and Boons in traditional tarot is the suit of Pentacles. We've got the 8 of Spells, which is the 8 of Wands. Now, very interesting. The 3 of Pentacles is about teamwork. It's about recognizing that many hands make light work, is what I'm hearing in my head. If we look at the artwork, and the artwork really is just absolutely gorgeous in this deck. So here she's got her crow, she's got her little goblin elf, and she is obviously adding a dash of magic. She's got all her ingredients and her recipes and everything on the table. Shelves behind her are full of all the things that she needs, and she is concocting up something. But she also recognizes that she can't do it on her own. She needs, and it's quite interesting that the bird is actually writing the recipe down. So as she's adding stuff, he's recording it. He's maybe grinding, you know, the bigger ingredients into smaller ingredients for her to add in. So the 3 of Boons is about teamwork makes the light work. Teamwork makes the work easier, working together. But it's also about recognizing the role that you play in team. I am also going to bring into this, and this is quite interesting, Capricorn. We have a week of more spirit. And I think this is the spirit saying to you, recognize that you don't work alone ever. Even if you are in an office on your own, even if you are home alone, even if you have nobody around you, you are never alone because you have more spirit. Spirit are connecting with you and working with you in strange and unusual ways. You plus spirit equals the team that will achieve and accomplish whatever it is that needs to be achieved and accomplished. So I love that for you. I love that it means that, hard work will pay off, but recognizing that you're not working alone, that you are working with spirit, you are working with, and understand the role that you play in that bigger collective, in that bigger picture. Of what's going on in your life. Then we have the Eight of Spells, and here we have these beautiful owls that are flying around, but they are focused, determined, moving in a particular direction. We can't see where they're moving to. We can't see why they're all suddenly taking flight together, but what we can see and what we can know is the focused determination on every single one of their faces. So we've got them all over the place, and we know that owls have precision sight, and that when they focus on something on the ground, they do not take their eye off that as they go through the motions of doing whatever it is that they're doing. So Capricorn, this is spirit saying to you that everything's in motion, everything's happening the way that it needs to. You've still got some steps, you've still got some things to work through, but just trust that whatever's happening in your life at the moment, whatever you're going through this week, you're not working alone. Spirit are guiding, helping and assisting, navigating you, helping you put the recipe together. But you've got to understand that everything's already in motion, everything's already happening the way that it needs to. Don't change course. Don't change action. Don't change outcomes. Don't change what you're doing, when you're doing it, and how you're doing it. Stick with the current plan of action, because you are achieving everything that you need to. And the witch here is again confirming and reminding that even though there's a huge big hedge in front of you, and you're thinking, I don't know if I can jump over it, I don't know if I can get through it, I don't know what's waiting on the other side, I'm scared, I'm nervous, I'm apprehensive. Even though you're feeling quite overwhelmed by that, just jump, okay? Spirit have got your back. Spirit are helping you and guiding you and navigating you. And whatever this leap of faith is that you need to take this week, just know that you're not doing this alone. You're not doing this alone. And this is what you've been working on for the longest time. This is what you've been working towards for the longest time. And everything's going to work out exactly as it needs to. So we are shedding light on your situation. I'm bringing in the weird camera situation, but actually what I've done is I've actually just brightened up everything, isn't it? Things that have been looking a little bit dull and boring, I've just brightened it up. That's all I did, was just add a little bit more color. And I think that's what you need to do. That's like the last bit of magic that you need to sprinkle into your recipe, is just sprinkle in a little bit of color, a little bit of light, a little bit of positivity. Recognize that you're not doing this alone, but stay on the course. Stay doing what you're doing, how you're doing it. I am going to say to you, Capricorn, this week, no changes, okay? No changes in any area of your life. Nothing changes. Let everything stay exactly as it is. But just know that you are going to have one more hurdle to overcome, one more hedge to jump. But you can do it. You will do it. You must do it. And Spirit have got your back for it. All right. Capricorn, lots of love and blessings from my heart to yours. Have an amazing week ahead. Aquarius, hello and welcome. Welcome to your week ahead reading with me, Intuitive Rene. Right, so Aquarius, we are looking at the week of the 4th of September through to the 10th of September 2022. I am giving the cards just a very short little shuffle. I know the coloring on screen may look a bit weird at this stage, but my camera has been changing colors on its own since Capricorn. So I'm hoping it will sort itself out shortly. Right, so Aquarius, we're looking at the week of the 4th to the 10th of September. We also have a collective theme of more spirit for the week ahead, so we'll see how that comes into play in your reading. Let's lay out the cards for you. Card number 1, Aquarius. We have got the 7 of Challenges. This card has made, I think this is the 3rd or 4th appearance this week. And we have the 10 of Boons. Let's shuffle the oracle and lay out the oracle as well. So one card from this little oracle to pair with the message that's already on the table, the cards that are already on the table, anything extra that Spirit want to add for all Aquarius energy for the week ahead. Right. Happy with the shuffle. Cut the deck. You have got the Griffin. Oh, how beautiful. Aquarius, I am going to have to adjust the lighting again. Just bear with me 1 second. I hope that's a bit better, Aquarius. My camera is really, I think it's tired. I've done one long video. I'm currently on an hour, I don't know, however many. And maybe the camera's stressing a little bit, but let's get into it and see what the week ahead has in store for you, Aquarius. So we've got the 7 of Challenges. We've got the 10 of Boons. And let's move these over ever so slightly so that we can hide the Griffin. And the Griffin's little key phrase there is be brave and fly above the clouds. I love that. Be brave and fly above the clouds, Aquarius. Right, we have a collective theme of more spirit, which is for everybody for the week ahead. Now, Aquarius, when I look at the 7 of Challenges, as I mentioned earlier on, this card has made so many appearances this week, so it's definitely a theme for the week ahead. 7 of Challenges, just to explain the artwork, we've got a little wagon cabin that we have here. There's a little light on inside, which means that there's somebody around. We also have a fireplace where we've obviously cooked our supper or cooked our meal and you know, kept warm, etc. We've now retreated for the night, and now we have these foxes that have come out, and these foxes, each one has grabbed a different item that they are stealing from our campsite. Now, there's a couple of things that come at me about this. Is it we were silly, whoever it is? When I say we, I'm referring to whoever is in the wagon. Were they silly to leave their items out for, you know, crafty foxes to grab and to take as they please? Or is it just the foxes grabbing an opportunity that has presented to them? Obviously the foxes, I mean, like this one's taken a concertina music device. What is a fox going to do with the music device? This particular fox has got a teacup. And this fox has got a green pouch. So we've got to ask ourselves, you know, are they taking things just because the things are there? So are they grabbing an opportunity as it presents themselves without giving any thought to what it is? Or are they actually being clever? I want to say to you, the interpretation of the 7 of Challenges, Aquarius, is saying to you that you're going to find yourself in a situation this week where an opportunity is going to present itself at a moment's notice. You're not going to have any forewarning. You're just going to be like, boom, there's an opportunity. You also don't have the luxury of time in trying to decide what you should do, what you shouldn't do. Should you, shouldn't you? What do you take? When do you take it? How do you take it? How much of it do you take? You know, do you just walk away, etc., etc.? All of these kind of questions. To bring in what our Griffin has to say. Be brave and fly above the clouds. And I mean, you can see that this Griffin means business. There's no happy smiley face. It is like focused attention. I know, again, my camera has gone very dark, but he has this necklace, if I can call it that has an eye on it. So it's the all-seeing eye of the Griffin. And the message of the Griffin saying to you, you know, be brave and fly above the clouds, is telling you to take a gamble, to take a chance. So there are going to be opportunities for you this week, and you need to grab them at a moment's notice. You're not going to have the luxury to think about it and to ponder it. I am going to tell you the fact that we have got more spirit coming through here as well, Aquarius, is spirit basically saying to you, the opportunity has been presented to you, given to you by spirit. This is spirit telling you, I'm here for you. I'm giving you this opportunity. You get to decide what you do with it, but spirit are presenting you with the opportunity, and you should absolutely grab it and run with it. But we do need to make sure that we're not wasting our time, because I think this fox in the front has chosen a good thing, the green bag, because maybe there's a bit of meat in the green bag, maybe there's a bit of sustenance, maybe there's a bit of a treat, something that the fox can utilize in the green bag. This fox taking the cup, like it's weird. Like, why would a fox take a cup? So he's going to be a little bit disappointed when he eventually gets to his den, and he goes like, okay, so now what do I do with the cup? Just as this one's probably going to get such a fright when he gets that that machine to make a noise, and he's going to be like, what on earth? So actually these two haven't been very smart around their choices. But I do think our fox in the front has been quite clever. You are going to find yourself having to make a decision in a moment's notice. We then have the Ten of Boons, and I want to just bring it forward and show you, because Ten of Boons, here we have the whole family. We have a long feast table. We have got plates and plates and plates of glorious deliciousness. We've got musical instruments, we've got dancing, we've got talking, we've got laughter, we've got happiness, we've got everybody coming together. And this is what life is, isn't it? We all work towards this. This is the thing that keeps us going every single day, is togetherness, family, happiness, joy, celebration, abundance, all of those kind of things. And Aquarius, for you this week, this is what is so important. So there are going to be, and maybe that's what these foxes were thinking about, is maybe they were thinking that each thing that they take may help the clan, may help the family, may help everybody, because all they want to do is succeed. All they want to do is to be brave and fly amongst the clouds. So Spirit is saying to you, you're going to have opportunity. You should take the opportunity. You're not going to have a lot of time to think about it. Everything that you do is for your family. Everything that you do is for the people that matter most to you in your life. But you don't want to bring home stuff that is not relevant or appropriate. You want to bring home stuff that actually can make your family happy. You do need to be brave. Brave because you have to make this decision, grab the opportunity at a moment's notice. But I am going to say to you, Aquarius, that don't ever feel like you're on your own here. Don't ever feel as if, that this is a moral dilemma, because this is definitely Spirit saying they have orchestrated the opportunity. What you do with that opportunity is up to you, but Spirit are giving you the opportunity. And honestly, this is not me or Spirit encouraging you to steal from somebody else. It is about the opportunity. It's about the situation that will present itself at a moment's notice, and you then having to read it, analyze it, interpret it, and make a decision that will be beneficial to you and your entire family. So not a lot of time to think this week, Aquarius. Make your decision, run with it, go with it, and see where it gets you. All right, Aquarius, lots of love and blessings for you. Do have yourself an amazing week ahead. Pisces, hello and welcome. Welcome to your week ahead reading. Pisces, my camera since Capricorn has gone very dark. I don't know what's up with my camera going very dark, so I am hoping that you will be able to see sufficiently. I'm hoping it's going to be okay for you. Right, Pisces, we are shuffling the cards. We are looking at the week of the 4th to the 10th of September 2022 for all Pisces energies. We have a collective theme for the week ahead of more spirit, collective theme of more spirit, and we'll see how that comes through in your reading as well. Let's have a look, Pisces, what's in store for you this week. Okay, so Pisces, card number 1 for you is the Two of Boons. Card number 2 for you is the Hermit card. Oh, very interesting indeed. I have a little oracle deck as well that I want to shuffle. Gosh, it seems to be getting darker and darker. I'm going to have to adjust. But let's get an oracle first. Pisces, an oracle for Pisces energy for the week ahead, for the week of the 4th to the 10th of September, and a week of collective more spirit. All right, let's see, Pisces. Cut the deck, and I have your card, which is the Mandragon Mother. The Mandragora Mother. That is a mouthful. That is an absolute mouthful. I'm going to adjust the lighting first, and then I will be back, Pisces. Give me a second. I'm hoping that's a little bit better. All right, so let's have a look at our oracle first of all, Pisces. So there you can see it says the Mandragora Mother, and it says find the secrets hidden in the brambles. Find the secrets hidden in the brambles. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, Gosh, the colors are really dark. So Pisces, the first card we have for you is the Two of Boons. Now, the Two of Boons, boons in traditional tarot is the Pentacles. So here we have a person walking across a stone bridge, and you can see that it is not an easy bridge to cross. He's also carrying a heavy load, okay? So he's got these two really, really heavy bunches or barrels or whatever you want to call it of sticks. And as he's walking, you know, he's going on an uphill and he's going on a downhill, and he's trying to balance out everything that he's got going. What we don't see initially, what isn't initially obvious, is this little troll. I call him a little troll, but he's actually not so little. He's actually pretty large. Again, if the camera will focus, can you see the large troll? I want to do that and see. No, that doesn't really help. There's the large troll sitting underneath the bridge. And if you know the story, you know that the trolls are looking for payment. They're looking for some kind of a gesture in order to cross what they consider to be their bridge. But the story of the Two of Boons here is about finding balance in life, recognizing that no matter what you're doing, no matter where you're going, no matter where you're coming from or where you're going to, life is full of these kind of obstacles. Life is full of these kind of potential dangers, all right? And one thing is absolute certain is that you have to keep your balance, find your balance as you cross the bridge. We have more spirit as a collective theme for this week, Pisces. So this is spirit saying to you, you know, everything that you do it with gusto, do it with enthusiasm, do it with everything that's within your being. Don't hold back because you feel like you'd rather to play it safe. Be brave, be bold, okay? And I love this. Find the secrets hidden in the brambles. And then it almost looks like, you know, the sticks that he's carrying could be the brambles. It could be, you know, that he has gathered as much of it as he can, realizing that, you know, by making sure that he's got even amount on either side of him, it's going to balance him out so that he can handle what he needs to. But it's almost like he hasn't been afraid to tackle the deepest, darkest secrets of a soul. He's not afraid to maybe carry a bit more than he did before, because he's believing in himself, he's trusting in himself, but he's also realizing that he's got more energy. So I'm interpreting more spirit for you, Pisces, as more energy to take on more, regardless of the potential dangers that could be there, and to realize that you actually don't need anybody, that you can do this completely on your own, you know, because he is completely on his own. He's got no backup except for spirit. I'm also saying that because we've got the Hermit card over here, and the Hermit card is the card of introspection. It's the card of solitude. It's the card of trusting and believing in yourself. It's the card of realizing you don't need anybody to complete you. You don't need anybody to assist you or to help you, that you have everything that you need. And because I think you have found the secrets that are hidden in the brambles, the secrets of your soul, the secrets of what truly matters, the secrets of the things that are actually important, but also understanding the secret of energy, of spirit energy, of your energy, and of what you can take on and what you can utilize within your world to assist you to have the balance that you need. Pisces, when I talk about the balance here, I'm not talking literal balance, okay? The fact that he's walking and needs to maintain balance. I'm talking emotional balance, work-life balance, spiritual balance, mental balance, but balancing your mind with your work, your finances with your emotions. All of these kind of things are what is necessary. And I do think, Pisces, this is a confirmation from spirit that you're actually going through a pretty good time right now, where you don't rely on anybody, you don't need anybody. Yes, you have people in your life that you welcome, that you're happy to have in your life because they contribute positivity to you, but actually you don't need anybody. You're actually doing quite well on your own, by yourself, for yourself, because you have worked so hard at finding balance. So this week, just keep your balance, keep your momentum, keep your balance, and recognize that the more energy you put into something, the quicker you're going to find the secrets, the answers that you're looking for to help you do more, achieve more, and to realize that you on your own are perfectly strong, perfectly wonderful, and perfectly capable of achieving anything you set your heart to. So Pisces, wishing you an amazing week ahead, sending you lots and lots and lots of love and blessings. Take care of yourself.